Let's continue on to task 2. The first thing to do is click on the task 2 layer eyeball to get it visible, which is here. Then make sure that the task 2 layer is active and enabled by clicking on it once so it's blue. So that's very important. Make sure the task 2 is blued out here. And let's see what we got. We're going to use the selection tool and the Option Shift keys to select this entire object. Then we're going to save the selection. And this is a material I covered briefly in an intro video. So Marquee selection tool to select this basically rectangular object. So let's use the rectangular Marquee selection tool. And you can get pretty precise. Bring the cursor in right on the corner. Get the basic selection of the object. And that's the basic body. And we have to take away from the selection for these white cuts, and we have to add to the selection, for these parts coming out here. So let me, with the enable the magnifying glass, zoom in. I'm going to enable the Marquee selection tool, come inside our selection, hold down the Shift key, and you get the plus sign. And I can start adding to the selection anywhere in here. A lot of students will try to creep up on this line, and in the process they'll miss a column of pixels. So start well within the selection. Hold down the Shift key, click, hold, and drag, adding to the selection, and there, that's very good. That's done. Control 0 or Command 0 on the keyboard to zoom out. Let's add to the selection here. Once again, I'm using my magnifying glass to get in closer. It's just easier on the eyes. Marquee selection tool, well inside the selection, holding down the Shift key. Click, hold, drag. And if you miss a row of pixels, that's fine. I just want to see that you're able to do this. Control 0 to zoom out. Now we have to take away from the selection for these white areas. Again, I'm going to use the magnifying glass to zoom in here. Marquee selection tool. Now starting well outside the selection. Hold down, to take away, we hold down the Alt key on the PC or Option key. So holding down Alt, I can see the little minus sign. Again, start well away from the line of marching ants. Again, I've seen several students, you do not have to come up precisely on this line. In fact, that's an easy way to mess up your selection. So make sure you have some territory out here. Hold down Alt or Option, click, hold, drag. And I'm off by a pixel, row of pixels. That's fine, don't worry about that. Again, coming out here on the outside, on the other side, hold down Option or Alt. Click, hold, drag, pull in this area. Control 0 or Command 0 to zoom out. And the selection, I have this row of white pixels selected that I'm not supposed to. That's okay, don't worry about that. Just get the general shape that's selected. The second thing, number 2, save the selection as task 2. And this is an important thing to know how to do. And this was shown briefly in an intro video. So click save, or I'm sorry, click select, save selection, type in the required name, task 2, in new channel. That's okay, click OK. So now this selection is saved, and when I go to grade this, what I'll do is I'll go to select on your file, load selection, hit the drop down menu, and your task 2 should be in the drop down menu here. This is this is not just academic. A lot of what you do in Photoshop is making selections and manipulating the things that are selected. And you'll want to save your selection, because every time you close the file, you don't want to have to reopen your file and re-select everything. Sometimes it's a very long, laborious process making these selections. So knowing how to save the selections, how to make selections and save them too, is a very important skill set to know. So save your file, Control S or Command S, and I'll see you in the next video.